I hope you're all well. Today I am here with these two beauties from the company Spek, or VDS for short, and they are both the Jeanette Velvet Sand Leather. Now this one is my personal ring size and I received this back in September 2020, whereas this one here, this cute little junior or pocket size Velvet Sand was received earlier this week, and as for reference it's March 2021. So yeah, you can see here straight off the bat, there is quite a bit of patina. I didn't actually realize it till this one was placed next to it and I went, oh, it's actually gotten a bit darker. Because originally I was thinking like this little corner section here was the original, or at least like this little corner, but there's also a possibility where the Jeanette Velvet Sand of the recent batch, just due to how many people I've seen order this leather, it might have been a touch lighter maybe. I'm trying to remember back in like when I first got this one, even looking back on the YouTube videos I made and on photos, I'm trying to like, is it close to this one? I couldn't really fully tell. Like when I opened the inside, just because this inner section normally gets the least amount of wear, and even then I think it might be close. I think this one is just a little bit more fluffy in terms of the velvet texture. Maybe it's that. But yeah, I just didn't realize, oh, it's actually gotten a bit darker. I love them both still. This one, when you compare it to this little one here, is a bit more of a milky chocolate. And this one here is still giving me the vibes of like the hot chocolate cocoa powder that you sprinkle on top, or like a light dusting of icing powder as well. So yeah, it's still stunning. I love them both anyway. Now just a quick show of the wear and tear on this planner whilst I'm here anyway. You can see in this area and this area, I've used the eraser quite a bit on it. Hopefully you don't hear my boyfriend's voice in the other room. He's actually speaking quite loud, but it's all good. Hopefully I'm speaking loud enough as well. Now this is the eraser I use. I will say go a bit light-handed if you can, because that area, I'm pretty sure I went quite heavy on it. You can see that mark has just stayed. And it's quite dark in certain lights. You can see here as well, that little patch here. I tried to get a watermark out and I got more than I bargained for. So yeah, just go a bit light-handed. I also didn't use the brush firsthand on those two marks, I don't think, so I think that also amped it up a little bit more. But in terms of the look and feel of it, it just it has less of that velvety feel to it, but it's still soft. So yeah, I guess it just gives you more of a less babying factor for this planner, and just really go for it. No need to baby it anymore, I guess. It definitely makes me use it a bit more now that this little guy is here too. On the inside, as I showed, not much patina here or the back. Most of it will be like near the card pockets. Even this fly leaf, I don't really have much use on it, just because I love to cover it with acetate. But yeah, and I've got two pen marks here. Can't do anything about it, just permanent. Tried eraser, didn't do anything. So pen marks are permanent, as you can expect. I've got another little mark here. But yeah, still feels soft. Again, I will mention I do not have a stiffener in this planner, and this leather is super structured on its own. So if you were thinking about, do I really need the stiffener? But I would suggest probably best not opt for it, just because of how the leather is. I've seen a friend of mine, she doesn't have the back pocket, but she has the stiffener, and what happens was when she tries to flatten it out a bit more, there was like a wrinkling starting on the spine. So that's why I really suggest probably for this leather, best to hang fire on the stiffener, because it really holds a shape anyway on its own. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents on it. Take it or leave it if you like. And then on to this little cutie. This was quite a wait, and I will explain why. This was ordered back on the 11th of December. And yes, you heard me earlier, I did receive this earlier this week in March. It is quite a wait. I actually received this planner late February, so it was within the 10-week processing time. Now, I was totally fine with it, as long as, you know, it's all good. It's a customization. The time is needed to be there, and with the customizations I gave, yeah, I was like, yep, just totally understand. I had to send it back because my planner was stuck at about 120-ish angle, and no matter what I did to push this one down, there was so much tension here. It was like a seesaw. Like the moment I push one side down, the other side will come up, and so on and so forth. And I just couldn't figure out why, because my personal size would not do that. So I end up phoning Petra. Yes, I'm in the UK. I phoned Petra in the Netherlands to ask what can I do. I also sent her videos and photos of it, and she suggests that I send it back, and they're gonna actually thin the back leather here because they feel it might be a bit too stiff, that it's just not giving out any give. So yeah, sent it back, and this is as flat as it can go now, so I'm super happy with that. I can tell in comparison to my personal rings, the back leather of the Junior is a little thinner in comparison to the other one. So yeah, just to keep in mind, the Jeanette velvet sand leather, it can't fully lie flat. I think it's just due to the nature of the leather. It is a bit stiffer, even when a bit thinned down. But I will show as well this Jeanette brown. It can't properly, like, it can, I think if I push it down and have inserts there, it can lie flat like this. With the Junior velvet sand, I can do that a little like that now. I hope that makes sense. My brain's a little fried today. I've tried to film this video so many times. But yeah, that was the reason why it took such a delay. But I'm so happy they fixed the open flatness of this leather. I do also have a couple of friends that have this leather that they won't properly lie flat as well. So I think the most they can do is kind of like mine. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If that's not something that you're happy with, I'd probably suggest don't go for this leather. And then what was the other thing? The other customization, okay, so customizations, we'll jump into that. I got the square corners. I went for the silver 20mm cursed ring, so you get the silver popper. If you went for the gold rings, you get the gold popper. And then I got the higher bottom pocket on the left side. That was the extra customization. I think you can only get this customization through email. And then the right side I didn't mess with at all, so this is standard what you get. As for the strap, I went for a chunky strap, and for the first time in the Junior size, I lengthened it by 5mm. Reason being, because this is a stiffer leather, and how when I first received the planner, the leather didn't give any give, so it actually felt a bit more tighter than normal. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to add that extra width. I'd rather have extra spacing in my strap than having that pinched look. I am so not a fan of when straps pinch on your planner. It just is something I just can't sit with. So I opted for 5mm extra in the length, and it fits perfectly with my inserts. I've tried it a little beforehand, and yeah, I'll definitely do a setup video on it. But you can see here, it does give you that extra room. So I'm very, very happy with that. Again, I'll leave the descriptions down below. So because there's so much extra width on here, you can see there's like an extra spacing. This planner was purchased around the same time. And this customization is 25cm open flat, 25mm rings. This planner's customization is 25.2cm open flat with 20mm. Now this was intended for Pocket Plus inserts, which is why I widened it and kept the rings the same as 20mm. But if over time I feel like, you know what, Pocket Plus might not be for me, I just want to go full pocket now, I can actually change the rings from a 25mm 20mm to 25, because I got myself an extra set and it will work. So yeah, the back plate of the 20 will fit the 25 as well, and since I gave that extra length to the strap, it should accommodate it, no bother. And you can see here they both hold quite a chunky setup if I really go for it, so yay. So yeah, it was an unintentional lengthen, but after seeing it and then realizing, oh, I could fit 25mm later on if I really want to. So yeah, open flat width, original open flat width of the 20mm Junior Custom is 24.7 centimeters. I'll leave the blog down below. They have all their sizing and listings. It's one of my favorite pages to go on because it makes it so much easier to customize. Whereas I widened mine by 5mm only, so from 24.7 to 25.2, and that just works for me. So yeah, just super duper happy with it. It's such a cute little planner. It is so adorable, and love that I have the option in future if I ever want to change the rings from 20 to 25 in this planner, and it will still accommodate, because look at that room. Now, I have seen some Planner Girl, or possibly guys, I think it's just Planner Girls I've seen so far, with the Pocket XL from 20 to 25mm rings, and yeah, if it's no problem. The strap, I think it looked a little tight, but I don't think they shut their planner, so it is totally possible. Can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. So I hope that helps in terms of how the velvet sand leather is. I will leave the link to the videos of the care of the spray down below, because I just don't have it with me, can't find it. And I'll video the setup video soon, hopefully. Yay. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.